Hello, my name is Noel, #Sassuran. There are a lot of excellent driving games out there, from simulators like Gran Turismo to the arcade-like experience of Need for Speed, which lives up to its name, the thrill of speed, high velocity, screaming tires and pure carnage is always calling out to me. However, there is something seriously missing from experience. A lot of games like to say a course takes place in a specific location in the real world and turn it into a loop with some generic terrain and a boring course. Naturally, this was a lot more common in the era of the PlayStation 1. A prime offender of this is Verali, a game series that suffered from the worst steering I've ever tried. But that's besides the point. Global locations are not very impressive and hardly resemble the location it takes place. And they add extra curves here and there, and sometimes they have ramps. Mostly rally games, but even those tend to be a bit skimpy on those. Another example though is Gran Turismo, a game I really love the driving physics in, due to how well the car controls, if you look away from the grass driving physics. However, most of the locations are based on actual race courses and some fictional ones. Pretty sure there's no rally in the Grand Canyon. Regardless, it's still missing a little something. Mostly because all the cars feel like bumper cars when they hit something. Now, after I watched videos about people drifting in Japan and the awesome anime series Initial D, it dawned on me. Tracks in racing games is just not based on existing locations that actually exist in the real world. Yes. And they clearly has never looked at the map when they designed them in the first place. For example, here in Norway, there are a lot of narrow roads, steep hills and harrowing hairpin turns. I have yet to see these replicated in a realistic driving simulator, especially one with good physics and a satisfying damage model. For such an example, look no further than Trollstigen. Here in the land of the Viking and the Frost Giant, it's a mountain road that looks like a discarded skip rope, a snake making its way down the mountain. This road would make for an excellent drifting course. After all, doing it in real life is just stupid and very dangerous. Just ask the lost truck driver who accidentally ended up on a road where his vehicle did not fit. According to the news articles, it did not end well. But yeah, it would be kind of boring if the car was indestructible and invisible walls prevented me from being sent flying down the hill. Yes, what I'm envisioning here is a realistic driving game with realistic locations, and then you just make those realistic locations into a course, and then you just go off the cliffside you go, and have a good time without risking life and limbs in the real life. Even better if you can make it a virtual compatible. I suppose to some degree, if you take the physics from Gran Turismo, for example, right? And then you put in the damage model from, I don't know, Carmageddon 2. And you're onto something, I suppose. That said, it's a perfect game concept for anyone who wants to make something about irresponsible car driving and high-octane thrills. You get the visual data, and such is very easy these days. Google Street View is an excellent source, let alone YouTube or traveling with a camcorder. Many such roads exist around the globe, if you are willing to look for them, from the far east to the distant west. Just follow the road and recreate the location in a satisfying driving game. So far the closest experience is rally games, but those are far between and often neglected. I'm your host Noel, signing out, and have a good one.